Kerrang Radio Breakfast, and this is the reason we love Kerrang. It's the moment we've been waiting for. This is the chat I had with Billie Joe Armstrong from Green Day. So one of the things is Isle of Wight Festival, because it's a festival in the UK. It's like the UK Woodstock. It's got so much history to it, from Lennon and Harrison and Keith Richards going there as well. Hendrix and Dawes and The Who all played it before it was shut down and banned as an act of parliament. So do you still get excited playing venues or festivals which have so much history?
Yes, I do get excited, especially, the festivals in England, because they just seem, they're more than just a gig that people go, that people actually plan their vacations around and they camp and then they, so it's always been, really special, like Reading and Leeds. And yeah, I'm well aware of the Isle of Wight. I've watched footage of The Who playing there. I've seen The Doors playing there. Jimi Hendrix, I think it was one of his last concerts he ever played was Isle of Wight. So we're really excited to play it.
Do you ever start thinking, like, how are we going to do something ludicrous here? Because it's on an island, so you could like dive out of a helicopter or hovercraft perhaps.
Oh gosh. I feel like I'm getting shot out of a cannon every single night that we play anyway, so and I'm definitely afraid of heights. So, jumping out of a helicopter might be a little too wacky for me, but
it's one of those ones as well at a festival. Do you ever think, do you know what? I'm just going to play all new songs and see what happens?
I think that it's such a gathering of people that's so huge that, if we were to go up and just play Kerplunk, people would just go, what are these guys doing? But
we'd all be there having the best time.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited to play, old stuff, new stuff. I think just like playing hits is fun. I love playing Holiday and Basket Case and things like that for people. And especially this year, just being these anniversaries for us too.
Yes. Now we'll come to that in a moment. But one thing I did want to ask you is about your planning for a gig. Do you plan differently when you're doing your own gig versus a festival?
No, I treat it all the same. I try to keep myself warmed up. We put out a lot of energy trying to do the things that is a cross between staying calm and going crazy. Because you don't want to overdo it, just trying to stay chill, but at the same time, be prepared physically. My voice got to get ready. I'm jumping around and things like that. And then we're, listen to music backstage, like whether it's like Prince or Zapp, or we'll listen to the Who or the Clash and stuff like that. Yeah, especially Zapp. That more bounce to the ounce. It just hits you right in the groove. Even though none of our music sounds like that, it's just there's something about it that just makes you want to just get into it.
Heaven's falling out of the sky, sends a message to you and I. See people crawling out of their trees, chained to sickness, the dogs are free. I wanna be saved. I wanna be saved from the sound, the world is spinning out. Only love can save me now. Gone, so down, lost is all I found. Only love can save me now. Drowning madly in deep blue seas, waves of sadness swallow me. No soul can hear me beneath the weight. No gods or saviors, no hands of fate. I wanna be saved. I wanna be saved from the sound, the world is spinning out. Only love can save me now. Gone, so down, lost is all I found. Only love can save me now. From the sound, the world is spitting out. Only love can save me now. Gone, so down, lost is all I found. Only love can save me now.
Now, you mentioned before it's the 30th anniversary this year of Dookie, so that is such a huge milestone. Where do we start when talking about that album? There are bands that exist today and are paying their bills, playing music because you inspired them to pick up a guitar.
Wow, I can't believe it in a lot of ways. Sometimes the things like if you were 10 years old and you got Dookie and then that got you into playing guitar, you're 40 years old now. That's just wild for me to think about. So, I'm a fan of music, so I know what it's like to put on like a Ramones record and play air guitar in my room. I still do it. And the fact that we are able to have that kind of influence on people that want to rock out. I mean, God, that's the ultimate compliment, really.
So are there any exciting plans that you haven't told us about yet? Because I know for the 25th anniversary, you told Kerrang magazine that you'd like to play maybe the album in full at a Pyramid, perhaps?
I think we played the Marquise, the pub, and I think for some reason that was sort of like significant. That was like equal to playing pyramids for me, or we played the Subway in New York last week. That was really special. Like, I didn't know what we were going to do, but I remember just feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm playing the Subway. And a bunch of people, were just busking. And that's good enough. I don't need to be in front of a pyramid. I'm good.
That is so goddamn punk doing that. I love it. And I love the fact that you as a band, I don't know how you've managed to hang on to the level of authenticity that you've managed to have throughout your entire career. What do you think it is that's kept that punk spirit for you?
I live in Northern California. I live in Oakland, and I've lived here. I was born in Oakland. I've been in the East Bay my whole life. I think that there's just something about that environment that has always been, I guess, equivalent to like Springsteen or New Jersey or something. It's just like this place that keeps me grounded. I have really good friends that I've known forever. I met my wife in 1990 when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
And there's something about just having like a really good, stable, cool group of friends. Like, I didn't all of a sudden get a bunch of friends after I got famous or after I made it big. I've had the same group of friends that I've always had. I think that's part of the grounding right there. The East Bay definitely keeps you humble, that whether you like it or not.
That's really beautiful, because I think you were in your like early 20s during Dookie, and you said that you had this, like you said, it was a hard head about staying rooted at all costs. What would you say was the biggest culture shock you had going from normal life to being a global celebrity?
Oh my gosh. I think just the show's getting bigger. We were going from playing, young people that would promote our gigs, doing it in backyards and doing it in kitchens and anywhere besides a regular venue. So the fact that you go from that, and then all of a sudden I was like up on stage at Madison Square Garden in 1994. The first thought, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be here ever again. So I'm going to take advantage of this and get naked on stage. It's just so at least I have that.
Do you know what? I love that. And I love the fact that you've been able to challenge people in so many ways, because like, even with singles like American Idiot, the amount of backlash that you had with that single from people, even people with other bands, about what you were saying. Were you worried at all with American Dream that might happen again? Or are you genuinely like, bring it on?
It all comes from the heart. I always say that if you write a political song, and it's got to come from the same place as a love song, and just trying to be true to yourself and putting yourself in the equation of the hypocrisy that goes on. You have to call yourself out and admit the things about yourself that you're afraid to admit. So that's the way I look at it. American Dream is killing me. So there is always that vulnerability that comes in. So, I mean, I'm not like a bring it on kind of person. I don't say things on Twitter, and I don't say things on TikTok and stuff like that about my political beliefs or anything. I say it in songs because it gives me time to absorb the culture and just sort of like report it in melody. I don't tweet, I sing.
And the great thing is, when you get that authenticity that you talk about, Dookie is still as relevant today as it was when it was first released. And that's what makes it such a great album.
Well, how's your view of things today? God young to fade away. The sinners sin but aren't aware. Our fables take us everywhere. I can't keep up with you. I can't keep up. I can't compete with history. We'll film a live but dub our tale. The mystery must stay inside. Look our homes, look our lives in control of the morning, in control of the sea. You are creating all the bubbles at night. We don't need to trust a single word they say. You are creating all the bubbles at play. There's a girl, there's a girl, there's a girl, there's a girl. She's down by the river. In her own creepy world, there's a girl, and she's down by the river. It's time to consider that maybe it's a sinner. She'll wash away your sins, wash away your sins, she'll wash away your sins, wash away your sins, she'll wash away your sins and go home. I only once upset my Ken, accused him of a moral slip. Well, he came back and claimed to change. I know his life's the same again. I can ask him again. I should let it go. You are creating all the bubbles at night. I'm chasing around trying to pop them all the time. We don't need to trust a single word they say. You are creating all the bubbles at play. There's a girl, there's a girl, there's a girl, there's a girl. She's down by the river. In her own creepy world, there's a girl, she's down by the river. It's time to consider that baby is a sinner. There's a girl, there's a girl, there's a girl, there's a girl. Wash away your sins, wash away your sins.
This is Kerrang Radio Breakfast. Now, I'm Sophie Kay, and I got to chat to Billie Joe Armstrong from Green Day and ask him all about himself. I was able to sit for about a good 8 hours. I still hadn't learned everything that there is to learn about you. What's the weirdest thing that you've read about yourself and you've thought, what? Where they got that from? Or does that happen?
I will say when I did say that when I changed the line to American Idiot to MAGA Agenda, I've been singing that for 6 years. And so when we pre-recorded the Dick Clark New Year's Eve thing, I was we pre-recorded it in the early December, and then the night of New Year's Eve, I was doing a fundraiser for a chimpanzee sanctuary. My friends, we have a cover band and we play. And so the next day all of a sudden I got all these texts and everyone was like, holy shit, I can't believe that's amazing. And I was like, what did I do? I didn't even remember. So, but seeing the reaction, the people that were offended was really telling about how sensitive people are because, I didn't give it two thoughts. So, when I see like people on Fox News pearl clutching, I was just like, oh my God, don't you know who we are? We've been doing, this for decades and speaking out and speaking our truth.
My favourite brand of Twitter is when people discover that yourselves all Rage Against the Machine, the meaning behind some of the songs. They've actually not listened to some of the lyrics.
Kerrang Radio. Everything that rocks. Yay! Laughing in the face of fake music and talent shows. You're safe here. Kerrang Radio. Everything that rocks. Let me apologize.
Shake with Rest of My Life, a classic here at Kerrang Radio. Before that was Papa Roach. And now we hear more from Billie Joe Armstrong as he sat down with us here at Kerrang Radio. Now, going back to Saviours, the album is out now. To me, it captured a kind of hope that I haven't heard in music a lot since the 90s. There's like a real journey to it, and there's real ups and downs throughout the album. What was the intention behind the album?
You know, the intention is just to, tell your truth, tell my truth. Sometimes being a writer, you have to admit things that you don't normally admit to yourself. So, a song like Goodnight Adeline, which is almost like a stadium kind of song that is just about like wallowing in your own depression. I think sometimes what happens is like you get to a place where you feel so low that you're just waiting to be like the phoenix that rises from the ashes, and you're going to reinvent your emotional state. But I think, it's that's, I think, has always been a part of Green Day is in the lyrics is just, telling the truth about the human experience.
I think what you do really well, and what's inspired so many different artists and genres in many ways, is that sometimes a song sounds positive and it's catchy and it's got great hooks and melody, but when you actually listen to the lyrics and you really connect with the song, there is so many layers. It's like each song is like an onion. I would say on the album, Dilemma was a real highlight for me. Love that track.
That's one of my favorite songs on the record. Bobby Socks is one of my favorite songs. Yeah. And I know those are like singles or whatever, but or videos that we had made, but they are a couple of my proudest moments as a songwriter. The song Saviors, I think Susie Chapstick is a sort of a vibe that I've never gone towards before.
What do you mean by that, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it kind of jangles and shoegazes a little bit, which I like a lot of. I wouldn't say that I'm a hardcore shoegaze fan or anything like that, but I think that was sort of my version of it. And, it's about just sort of feeling like nostalgic with your friends and your community and stuff like that you haven't seen in years.
I think it's a phenomenal record. And when you talk about mental health struggles and you're talking about what you wrote in this record, and then you think about Dookie being 30 years old, I am not kidding when I say I think you and your lyrics have been a massive part in evolving culture and our discussions around mental health. I think when we look back at history in the future, in the time capsules, when the aliens come and take over, they'll go, oh, this guy, he was the one that got generations talking about their mental health. Do you look at it that way, or are you just like, I'm just writing lyrics out here?
I don't know. Sometimes I get really insecure about my lyrics to make sure that I'm saying all the things that I want to say in the songs and stuff like that. I think I've always been going back to like when I first moved over in the Berkeley scene, and a lot of the punks have come from like serious intellectual families because their parents, a lot of parents were like professors at Cal and stuff like that. So and my dad was a truck driver, so, but it pushed me to take my time and take things line by line when I'm writing the songs. And so yeah, I mean, the fact that people that can connect to them, I mean, that's the ultimate compliment.
This is Kerrang Radio Breakfast. Kerrang Radio, everything that rocks.
One of the things that I also enjoy is seeing the interviews between you all, because your humour is unbelievable. And you can see that you guys are having a wonderful time a lot of the times in the interviews. There are some interviews that seem to come up and some things that you've said over the years. And I just wanted to check if they're true or false. Do you know if Trey milked a dog?
Trey did milk the dog. We were staying at people's house, but Trey was born and raised on a mountain, so he was like a Beverly Hillbilly, so he milked a dog.
The last one that I wanted to check with you was sleeping next to a human head in formaldehyde.
Yeah, that's true. We were playing a show in Copenhagen. One of the guys that asked us he said, "Hey, you could stay at my house and you could meet my friend Sleepy." We showed up at his flat and he rolled out a formaldehyde jar that was on wheels, and it had and it was like a head that kind of and so he's like, "This is Sleepy," and I was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not sleeping next to that thing." And then Mike and Trey, they stayed in the room and slept next to Sleepy that night. So yeah, that's a true story. Just think if there was like Instagram around the time of Sleepy. That would have gone viral. It's like taking Sleepy to like the amusement park, taking Sleepy to a show, to the movies. The Deadhead could definitely gotten around, but been an influencer for sure.
Kerrang Radio is unleashed. Weeknights from 9 and weekends from 6 p.m. There are no rules. Kerrang Radio. Kerrang Radio. Everything that rocks.
Do I know you? Yes, you do. This seems so familiar. You're in a dream. Who are you? I am your reflection. You've been asleep for a very long time.
of my life. Well, apologies to people I love for the things I've done really make it right. I guess it might. Just then I realized my past is the reason I'm here right now. As a matter of fact, I won't apologize. You always, because I am constantly changing. Think of how far that I've made it from my incarceration. It's amazing, ain't it? But I'm in the zone. I'm a rolling stone. I'm coming home, but I'm not alone. Do I really gotta let another? Smarter than you think. Everything I did was planned to get you to listen, to get your attention. You post an opinion and it gets me bigger. Are you triggered? Figures, here's the kicker. With every trigger, I'm getting richer from offended, bitter little people. I'm up in my mentions looking for attention because they starve. You wanna call me the king of the music scene? I got news for you. We gotta think like a second coming. I respawn like I have a reset button. Hated more than trumpets. Running rags back to rapping, acting ratchet. Release the cracker, delete your asses. I'm not the rapper from the morning.
This is Kerrang Radio Breakfast, available across the UK on DAB+. That was Falling in Reverse, and before that was The Offspring with Gone Away. But right now, we go back to Billie Joe Armstrong and the chat I had with him. What would you say is your proudest thing that you own?
Oh my gosh, proudest thing that I own. I mean, I'd have to say my blue guitar that I've had since I was like 12 years old, and it's been on the road. I played it. You know, it's got stickers and it's beat up. If I think about like anything that's been with me the majority of my life and has been on the journey with me, it's probably that guitar.
Scream out loud if you feel alive. Wait, still love, I've been up all night. Sober up, put your head on ice. It's a homicide. Every night you're walking closer to the edge of the road. 2 a.m. I'm wondering if you should be all on your own. You can carry it through, but you never have.
look in the future, the aliens have ended society, and we need to remember Green Day. You're getting a plaque. There's no more music in the future. What would you like the plaque to say about Green Day? What would be the lasting message you'd want to leave?
Something that David Lee Roth said that was so funny. It was like, he goes something like, "I told you I didn't feel well." Something like that. He wanted to be on his headstone. Let's say saviors, and that's good enough right now.
Thank you so much for chatting to us today. Thank you for the music that you write.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my pleasure.
Kerrang Radio.
Kerrang Radio.
Everything that rocks.